different statements are given in this question, we have to provide the reasons for the statements. In the first statement, it is given helium doesn't produce the compounds like xenon. The reason is helium has a complete outer electronic configuration with only 2 electrons fulfilling the duet rule. That is, the first shell can hold only 2 electrons. This full valence shell makes helium extremely stable and unreactive because it has no tendency to gain, lose or share electrons. Another important reason is the high ionization energy because helium has the highest ionization energy of all elements, means it requires a tremendous amount of energy to remove an electron. This high ionization energy makes it very difficult for helium to participate in chemical bonding. The second statement is given as HClO4 is a stronger acid than HOCl because in HClO4 chlorine is in highest oxidation state than that of HOCl. And one more thing, ClO4 minus is highly stable than ClO minus. So we can say HClO4 will be a stronger acid because the oxidation state of chlorine in HClO4 will be +7 and that of HOCl is +1. And the third statement is given sulfur is a polyatomic solid whereas oxygen is a diatomic gas. This is due to the differences in their molecular structure and bonding preferences. Sulfur commonly exists in the form of S8 molecule, that is, this is a polyatomic molecule. This structure allows for multiple bonding interactions between sulfur atoms and this will lead to a solid state formed with strong intermolecular forces. The larger atomic size of sulfur compared to oxygen results in weaker pi bonding and stronger single bonds between sulfur atoms. As a result, sulfur tends to produce extended structures like rings or chains which aggregates into the solid. Whereas in case of oxygen, it typically exists as diatomic molecule in which 2 oxygen atoms are bonded together by a strong double bond. The double bond is very stable due to the small size of oxygen and the ability to form effective p-pi overlapping. Because of the oxygen molecule is small and has weak intermolecular forces between the molecules, oxygen exists as a gas under standard condition. In the B part of this question, we have to write one reaction as an example in which sulfuric acid is acting as an oxidizing agent. The reaction we can say when copper react with sulfuric acid, they will produce copper sulfate and sulfur dioxide. Here, sulfuric acid is undergoing reduction. It means it is acting as an oxidizing agent. And the second one is as a dehydrating agent. Sulfuric acid is a good dehydrating agent, means they can absorb water from the substances. For example, when this concentrated sulfuric acid is adding to sugar, that is C12H22O11, they will produce carbon or char because the water molecule will be absorbed by the sulfuric acid. You can write any other reaction to get 1 mark for this question. In the OR question, we have to write the reasons for the given statements. The first one is hydration enthalpy of fluoride ion is more than that of Cl- ion. Fluorine is smaller than chlorine and it is high electronegative than other atoms. Because of the smaller size of fluoride ion than that of chloride ion, the hydration enthalpy will be more for fluoride ion. And the second one is sulfur dioxide is a reducing agent whereas tellurium dioxide is an oxidizing agent in group 16 oxide because sulfur is more stable in +6 state whereas tellurium is stable in +4 state. Tellurium dioxide is a good oxidizing agent and they will undergo reduction reaction. And in B question, we have to write the reaction of fluorine with water and we need to write the reason for why the iodine is not reacting with water. When fluorine reacts with water, they will produce hydrogen fluoride or hydrofluorous acid. Iodine is not reacting with water because iodine is a weak oxidizing agent. In the last question, we have to draw the structure of xenon difluoride, and the structure is linear with 3 lone pairs and 2 bond pairs, and the geometry can be represented as per the given diagram. So for each question, you will get 1 mark, so the total mark will be 5.